Hello, all of you. We are today together again, back for the second time. First, we have solved the MTP and RTP of DT, right? MCQs also, and detailed questions with all the concept revision. And now we are quickly doing the GST part. GST, one of the best part is so many questions are there from the back of the study material, I can say. 1 minute, dear students, just wait. So many questions are there from the back of the study material itself in the GST. Theory questions also, case scenarios are very simple. Either they will ask you one case scenario with 6 MCQ, 2 marks each, or two separate case scenarios. And question answer one, always it is fixed input tax credit and output and difference what you have to pay and the value of supply. This is 10 plus 5 marks and remaining 2 you have to do. So it's very easy. It's your choice. You want to start with DT or IDT for the CA exam, upcoming exam, and paper pattern and all in detail and important weightage presentation. Everything I have discussed in the first video. So I'm not repeating now. Watch DT first video, DT this MTP of January 25 solved first 15 minutes. You will get many insights for the paper presentation. Utilize your reading time to choose the questions, okay? And MCQs, don't try to work in that 15 minutes, it's my suggestion. Once you get the paper and answer sheet, you can have a rough work in your answer sheet for MCQ and do it over there rather than disturbing anything on the question paper. Don't write anything and directly doing it in calculator. Some are there which will need to be written, like chapter 6A deductions, ATC is there, ATD is there, ATTTB is there. So you have to write and take, okay? Right. So hope this is helpful. Weightage wise, these are the three deductions which just now I said: ATC, ATD, Mediclaim, and ATTTA, ATB. Okay, these are most important ones, but remaining are also asked in MCQs. तो ऐसे कुछ नहीं है. चलो, let us quickly start with the first one. We have already done. Just 10 minutes break I took. अभी ही हमने DT का भी खत्म किया. GST. Let us start. Okay, the best part of the MCQs of GST is the first answer will be from the first para, second. This is just a guesswork, but definitely it works for your exam also. So determine the services on which company is liable to tax under. RCM is like pumping heart of the GST, and I really want here to pause the screen and tell you, even though my output tax is 8 rupees, input tax is 11 rupees, but if I'm liable to pay on some of my inputs tax under RCM, for example, mine is a company and I'm taking cab services from a proprietorship concern, I have to pay the tax under reverse charge mechanism that has to be paid in cash. I can't use the input tax credit and output. I hope you are getting. Even if ITC is there, you have to pay the tax in RCM in cash. So RCM is one of the area where you should learn those specific areas. Advocate giving services. Simple things are asked in GST. Trust me, dear students. मुझे तो लगता है 45 minutes में खत्म हो जाएगा. And even the final paper is that easy. GST in depth is there in final. You are going to get a very easy paper. Okay, for sure. Looking at the trend, amendments all are given to you already separately. बेटा वो अभी discuss करेंगे तो हम late हो जाएंगे. आ जाओ. So what we will do is we will just read the question first. Determine the services on which RCM is payable. ठीक है. Compute the taxable supply. Exemptions अगर है तो. Determine the amount of ITC. So it's as good as small questions in this. Let us read it now. Future Insurance Limited is insurance company providing life and general insurance. They have been approved and they secure business through firms LLP all. Company has availed a renting of motor car vehicle through RR Travels Private Limited, where cost of fuel is given and service is charged. It could be 12% or 5%, but this is forward charge. Here RCM is not applicable because ours is a company and we are taking cab service also from company. So we don't have to pay the tax under RCM here, right? So the first question we can answer, determine services on which company is liable to pay the tax under, and it's an insurance company. So insurance agents are giving service to insurance company. On that, insurance agent should charge the GST, but we all know agency case mein insurance company will pay the RCM basis pay on services availed from agent. Okay, ये सब clear है. RR travels and all, it will not be allowed. Now taxable supply के लिए I'm reading the second para. Future provided following details. What kind of services they have given? Let us check one by one what kind of services. So they have given insurance services for, and they have received premium under Pradhan Mantri Bima Yojana, Aam Aadmi. These are exempt. In exemption chapter, if the insurance company is receiving the premium for these schemes, it is exempt. Premium received on reinsurance of the group insurance policy for self-employed women. Yeah, that is also exempt. Sorry, I missed one. Premium received on life micro insurance and have a sum assured of 2,50,000. For life insurance, there's an exemption of 2 lakh and remaining will become taxable. Now, this is there as a last para. Premium received on fire and all, very well taxable. Money back policy, very well taxable. Okay. So how much is it coming? 12 plus 7, 20 and 2. In micro insurance, up to 2 lakhs, it's exempt. Balance is taxable. So 12 plus 7, 19 and 2, 21 lakhs. 21 lakhs will be the taxable supply. Okay, total value of the taxable supply, you will take it as 4. 4 lakhs तक पूरा ही taxable होगा. Because the sum assured is 2,50,000. That's above 2 lakhs. Okay. Sum assured अगर 2 lakh से कम होता तो exempt. I'm really sorry, not from the taxable value. From the sum assured basis, you will decide that's taxable. So taxable is 12 lakhs plus 7 lakhs plus 4 lakhs. 23 lakhs is the answer. Now ITC किस पे मिलेगा? Future insurance received the following supplies in the month of the May. GST they have paid on purchase of the car. It's personal, block credit not allowed. GST on sitting capacity 14%, above 13 it is. Purchased by company for transport of employees from residence to office. So if the bus capacity is above 13 members, it is allowed. GST of 80,000 was paid on general insurance taken from amenity for motor vehicle with sitting capacity of less than. See, less than 13 persons is not allowed, but it will be allowed if it is in the same line of business. What is our in business? Insurance. And we have also taken a general insurance from other company, right? Okay, GST of 80,000 was paid for general insurance taken from other company for motor vehicle used for transportation, which were used in transportation of the staff of company, right? So it is in the same line of the business, it will be allowed. All the amounts are excluding and it's above 10 crores aggregate turnover and all. So on what ITC will be allowed, answer will be 3,80,000. I just want to check this last one from the suggested answer. Yeah. 3,80,000. Yeah, business, yours is insurance services and you have taken insurance. So it's the same line of the business. That's why it is allowed. But if you purchase a bus and there you have paid the GST, it will be allowed only if the capacity is above 13, right? Next case scenario. Madurai is engaged in supplying sports and the company did not opt for the registration. The proper officer under GST based on inquiry finds that company is liable for registration temporary basis on 15th of June. Okay, so temporary say within 90 days or 3 months you have to get the permanent registration also, right? Okay. So this is a nice case scenario for the registration part. Temporary registration you got. Further, in the month of the February, the company also generated e-way bill. Okay, let us first check the question. After grant of temporary registration, he needs to apply within 90 days. This is the straight answer without reading. And company needs to file final return. Yes. Which of the following statement is correct? E-way bill generated for goods in the month of February for which order was cancelled. You know, you have generated e-way bill, you cannot order. But if order was cancelled, you can cancel it within 24 hours. This is seen how easy MCQs. Without reading the unseen passage also you can answer. So when you want to speed up, कि अब जल्दी जल्दी पेपर खत्म करना है, you can go for this, right? Okay. Yeah. 2 minutes. Final return के लिए we will check up what is it. Further, in February, the company also generated e-way bill, and however, immediately on generation of e-way bill, the buyer cancelled order. So within 24 hours, they can also cancel. In March, the company was incurring losses, so they decided to cancel the registration. Order was issued on 30th of March, effecting cancelling the registration with effect from 15th of March. Okay. So though 13th को मिला, but retrospective, so now this date is important with effect from 15th of March. So now, even though it is cancelled and you have closed, still do you have to file the final return? Answer is yes, within 3 months from 15th March. 15th April, 15th June, 15th July, 3 months. Okay. 3 months. The registration is cancelled from 15th of the March, but 3 months time you have to take from the day order of the cancellation. Order of cancellation of 30th of March. So from within 3 months, that is answer will be 30th of June. Okay. Not from the date it is effective. Even I got confused. Once the order is issued, the date of order within 3 months you have to file your final return. Otherwise, you can file your final return from December 24th up. Yeah, or due date of filing your annual return, whichever is earlier. But this is final, not annual return, final closure return. So within 3 months from the date of the order, not from the date when it is effective. Nice point to revise also. Next small MCQ, it is the next one. Yeah. It is ABC Limited received a proposal for cricket tournament and sum assured for the insurance was 20 crores. The company issued the said policy on 1st July. Invoice was issued in 5th August. Premium was received on 14th August. Time of supply of service. When did the policy start? For insurance and banking services, we know that within 30 days of the date of the service. You started the policy from 1st July. Though invoice later hua, premium amount, the date of receipt and date of the invoice, wo to baad mein hai. When did you give the service? From 1st of July. So within 30 days, right? Within 30 days will be the time of supply. So 1st of July say 30 days. So it will come 1st of July say 30 days. That's what I'm saying कि August का तो date ही नहीं है. Invoice was issued. Is invoice issued within the 30 days? 1st July से 30 days में? No, 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 no. Invoice was not issued within 30 days from 1st of July. 30 days तो 1st of August को ही खत्म हो गए. Then date of invoice or date of payment, whichever is earlier. So invoice is earlier. Okay, right. Now, this is very beautiful. Debit note and credit note. Naresh, a supplier of ready-made garments, issued an invoice to a customer and erroneously charged a higher value for 42,000. Okay, you charged extra, you have sold the goods. Such an invoice was issued in March note. Which document is? When you sold the goods, what entry you made? Party to sales. You have debited the party extra. Now what you have to do? Party credit. So you are crediting the party. So which note you will issue? Credit note. Simple. If you are debiting the party, issue debit note. If you are crediting the party, issue credit note. Quickly now I'm taking the MTP 2K MCQs. The descriptive questions are also very easy, but pehle we will check up the MCQs. So MCQs for this one, second one we will take up now. Yeah, then I'll take descriptive questions also. First MCQs and case scenarios in the flow. Okay, this is a case of Anushka and also definitely a case of exemption. Donation made by Anushka to trust. Okay, which of statement is correct for sponsorship received by Anushka? Determine the nature of supply and apply the rate of GST for packages supplied by Anushka to school. Okay, these are all related to fifth chapter, that is exemption. Out of all the payments received by Anushka in the month of October, value of exempt supply amounted to. So it's all about exemption. Let us check up the first one. Anushka, registered under GST, is engaged in supplying multiple taxable goods and service both. She has undertaken following transactions. Donations. Yeah, please listen. Some of the descriptive questions are exactly same in the past exam also, especially composition, supplier. तो वो हो जाएगा. पहले आप ये अच्छे से करो. Case scenario. Donated some money to Netralaya Trust in memory of the late mother. She constructed a room and on that she has written donated in the memory of the mother. But whenever you donate and behind that you advertise, it's going to be taxable. Here there's no advertisement, so this is not a supply. This is not a supply. It's not taxable only. It's exempt by notification here. It's not a supply only. Okay? Right. Organized a seminar which was sponsored by Vwin Cricket LLP and Anushka received sponsorship. Now this sponsorship is going to be taxable, 1,50,000. Tax on sponsorship services payable by Anushka? No. V Academy on RCM basis. When a person provides service of sponsorships to the academy and all, it will be taxable under RCM basis. Sponsorships are exempt since it's sports academy and all. No. Anushka will not pay. So ये Anushka paid to cancel. अब इन दोनों में clear. Sometimes you can do this elimination also. Very simple. चलो. Anushka supplied intended to distribute gift packages consisting of the material, stationery and all to school. Therefore, she entered into contact with Anushka on October for 2000 and okay, calculator, pen and all can be sold separately. Rates of GST are given. This is a mixed supply, not a composite supply. So at what rate it will be charged? 18%. ये देखो. Determine the nature of supply and applicable rate. So 18% because it's a mixed supply. You know? You can sell it separately also. Receive following payments during the month of October. Earned 160. by Western Dance, ये तो taxable है. 50,000 from renting of space. Charitable trust getting rental income above 10,000 per month, taxable. Supply of labor, exempt. So in the fourth one, the question is, out of the amount received, what will be exempt? Only labor. Rest two will be definitely taxable. Rest two will be taxable, बेटा. अभी आपको बताया ना. ये दोनों taxable. Value of supply of machinery supplied by Anushka. Okay. Value of the supply of the machinery supplied by Anushka. For that, let us read the next para. Supplied machinery with the basic price of 45,000. Tax is collected. Further, a subsidy of 50,000 is received from Prakruti Foundation for use of green energy. And subsidy was linked. Though subsidy is private, but it is not related with this machinery. It's a general subsidy received for green and energy and all. So very well, it will be a part of value of supply, but not related to machinery. So machinery's value, don't take it as 95, take it as 45. Clear? 45,000. Okay. Next now. Anushka needs to transfer one consignment to transporter, then to consignee. Distance within the state between her godown and all is 20 kilometers. And from the place, from our place to transporter. Okay? Transfer to consignee is 99 kilometers. This is all in e-way bill. Yes, it's given in the e-way bill. So which of the following statements is true in respect of furnishing of details in the conveyance in the part B of the e-way bill? Part A is mandatory. Part B is to be filled in some cases where the distance is more, right? Okay. So part B need not be filled in respect of transport of consignment from Anushka to transporter because it is less than the limit kilometers. Part B need not be filled in respect of transport or consignment from transporter to consignee. No, it has to be filled because it's more than the limit. So the answer is first one. Next, which of the following return? Oh, it's over. No, the case scenario is over now. Which of the following return for month of November, Vedika, which is registered and under e-challan on 5th December for making of GST? Determine the validity of e-challan. Nothing given. Without reading, we know that e-challan is always valid for 15 days. So if it is issued on 5th plus 15 days, 20th of December tak it is valid. Vikas Nigam Limited has placed an order for supply of 70 iron sheets. However, supply will take in 3 lots. Determine when the tax is required to be deducted under the GST. Under which lot? This is not given lot third, last lot is received, we will take the ITC. This is for the TCS part. So once TCS is there, it will be deducted on every lot. No TDS will be deducted. TDS to be deducted on the third lot as the value exceeds 2 lakh. See, once the value, itna simple hai. One liner chapter at inter level, you have the TDS is to be deducted in GST if the value exceeds 2,50,000, and once it exceeds 2,50,000, then on the whole consignment it's 8,40,000. 12 into 70. So in all you will deduct. TDS is to be deducted on entire or on second or on last. All. Once the limit exceeds 2,50,000, it will be deducted on all part. Easy? Any doubt, ask me. Now I'm going to descriptive. We have completed in half an hour all the MCQs, right? Asima Limited, a registered dealer in Patna, is engaged in the various types of the supplies, and the company provided following details for the month of January 2024. Okay, let us check up output. और कुछ चीजें बहुत common है. I'll give you. Whenever we do output minus input and pay the tax, this is the first question, dear students, for 10 marks. Always they will give you the market value to confuse. Market value से कोई मतलब ही नहीं है, confuse करने के लिए आपको दिया है. Yeah, part of E of B of the E will just check that's the limit in which it is allowed. But again, I'm saying that market value, they're just giving to confuse you. You just have to take the transaction value. Ashima Limited, the company provided the following details. Outward supply. So intrastate and interstate, the rates are given. According to that, we will take for 4 lakh and 1 lakh. Interstate, ये rates दिए हैं. And it is a supply of goods. And all services. Car के लिए अलग है, बाकी सबके लिए different है. Maybe this covered under RCM. So now 9 and 9% for the first one because it's intrastate, and for this one 18%. You want, you can check it simultaneously. Output minus input you have to do. So this part is clear. Now, services by way of warehousing of the potato chips. Very well, it is taxable and it is interstate. So 5 lakh into 18%. Stock transfer without consideration to its branch. Branch has a separate GSTN number for billing and all. So when it is having a separate GSTN number, then stock transfer is between distinct person and it is very well taxable, right? Value is intrastate. So of course you will charge GST. I hope you are getting. If they say that it's the GSTN number and all is same, so it's not a distinct person, then on stock transfer GST is not there, but isme to hai. Now, intrastate inward supply. Outward supply is over. Now inward supply 650, 30 invoices. Out of that, they clearly gave you during the course of arranging the Ashima Limited, observe that invoice of 30,000 was omitted to be recorded and books. No payment was also received. Invoice was issued from Ashima had taken for car rentals. Invoice included the cost of fuel and it was intrastate and all gone. So 30,000 के case में you will not get the credit. Why? 30,000 you will not get the credit. Car rentals pay. You have paid the GST, but you will not get the credit because the other person has not shown it in the output. So it will be nil. I'm reading little in brief. If you want, you read in depth. Car rental tax on motor car, wherein the all you will not take it. Because until now, so they have not, the ITC can be claimed only when other person is showing it. Next, no opening balance of ITC. Okay. Out of the 30 invoices, 6 invoices were taxable where E-invoice, IRN number was not there. Gone. So out of 36 invoices, 30 invoices were of 650. Out of that, 150 you will not get the credit. Rest all the problem is clear. So out of 650, 150 and remaining you will get the credit. So input mein CGST and SGST is there, 45,000. In output, yahan pe they have not written, but I always tell you, dear students, below this write 45 so that you come to know. Output CGST में input CGST set off करके you can take it in IGST. This also you can take it in IGST. Mutually they cannot set off, and finally you have to pay this tax. Car rental you are not taking because that other person has not yet shown it. Value of supply. Let us take up the next question for the value of supply. Price of the goods. Excluding taxes and all, but I'm repeatedly saying my paper correction experience, silly mistake that whenever they give late fees and interest, it is always inclusive of GST. So here price of the supply is 1 lakh. Okay. Municipal taxes you have to add. Inspection charges you have to add. Subsidy received is directly linked, but it is a private, not government. So add. Late fees for delayed payment you have to add, but however these charges were ultimately waived off. So if the late fees is waived off, don't include it. Wait charges were paid by Ram to Radhe Limited on behalf of Sri Narayan Private Limited. Yeah. Okay, so we will take it. That's all. Determine the value of the supply. There are no other adjustments. So 1 lakh 50, 65, 67, 1 lakh 69,000 is the answer. Simple. Very scoring. So if you feel you know it first, please go for it. Determine the time of the supply. Here there's a mistake also in the date. Very absurd question. In study material it is correct. So I don't want to now give the correction and do. It's a time of supply question, but यहाँ गलत है. Now this is exactly the question in your study material also. Rimjim wala bhi. Same question is there in the study material. Yeah, for ITC 10 marks, please take care that block credit, at least important items you go through and do it. Same is there in the supply chapter. Rimjim have manufactured in Delhi and a depot in Mumbai. Both are having registration. Registered and finished goods are sent from Delhi to Mumbai without consideration so that same can be sold. Whether following activities would amount to supply or not? Answer is yes. Head office to branch and all, and they are in separate state. So it is supply between two distinct person. It will come in schedule number 1 and definitely you will have to take it as supply. Mohan is architect in Chennai. His brother is settled in London as lawyer. Mohan has taken legal. One, so you have taken legal service from brother who's not dependent on you. He's settled. Second is this legal services for not for business, even though it's without consideration, but if it is for business, it would have been taxable. So this is not for business, so it's not a supply. Very nice way they have given the answer. Read it and not so much in detail, but at least important things if you can write. Section 7(1)(c) or whatever you write as per CGST Act, if you quote, you get good marks. Brother will not come in relative definition because he is not dependent. Moreover, it's personal service. Composition, always they will be asking some or the other question. World Fashion, a registered supplier in Delhi, decides to exhibit its product in fashion show being organized at Delhi for the occasion. It gets the service by way of makeover from the models. Oh, and they charge. Examine whether the tax excise invoice has been issued within the time limit or not. Okay. So time limit is 30 days, 40 days only in case of insurance, 45 days and all. So within 30 days, have you issued the invoice or not? Examine whether the tax invoice has been issued 30 days from the date of service. So from 4th of January. When they gave the service, 4th of January. Within 30 days. No, they have not issued the service. It's 10th of February, so examine whether no, not issued. Tax consultant object to invoice raised suggesting that amount of tax charged in respect of the taxable supply should show separately invoice. However, they said, no, it's not. No. This is invoice related common question. Do we have to show the tax part separately in the invoice? Yes. First one is, see, I'll read the answer. Invoice should have been issued within 30 days. In the present case, tax invoice should have been issued, but it is issued late. Okay. What are consequences and all? Don't write. An objection raised by tax consultant is correct. They should show separately only the invoice and the tax part. Balaji Electronics is supplying all types of electronic appliances. Aggregate turnover is 120 lakhs. The firm also expects to provide repair service. Oh, section 10 2A 150 lakhs से कम है तो supply of goods के लिए you are eligible for whether composition can opt. Yes, they can provide. See, actually they are selling TVs and all, but definitely repairing will come, so they'll have to do that service, but the value should not exceed 5% of the last year's turnover, right? Okay, so very nice question. Yes, they can. Registered person whose aggregate turnover does not exceed 50 lakhs can go for this. That's the first answer. But those who want to opt for services, okay, 1 second. Services, it should not exceed more than 10% of the turnover of preceding year or 5 lakhs, whichever is higher. 10% of the turnover of the preceding year or 5 lakh, whichever is higher. ठीक है, तो 10% मतलब 12 lakh or 5 lakh, whichever is higher. So 12 lakh tak definitely they can go for. These are all what is the place of supply for mobile connection. Prepaid hai, postpaid hai, it's a theory question. Place of supply for event management for organizing a sports event in multiple states. So if a person is registered, then registered place of the service recipient. If not, wherever, in whichever state, wherever it is held. What are the documents to be carried by person in charge of a conveyance? Also explain the consignment value. This is e-way bill. You can check up e-way bill के साथ क्या क्या रहना है, invoice and other details. Descriptive part I am doing. This is a very nice question. MTP1 GST. Shreya, a registered supplier, it is eligible, not eligible for the threshold limit. It provides following information for December. Inward supply is also given. Rate of GST, both inward and outward. Happy enterprise and okay. कुछ adjustment नहीं है. कभी कभी they give ना, this much was not received and this much was received and all. So let us take up. Intrastate supply 7 lakhs. Yes, take it within the state. 7 lakhs hai to you can take it. CGST and SGST. It's within the state. Intrastate supply of goods to its branches, but both are having same GSTN. It's not distinct. So nothing. No one will take the credit. Next, permanent transfer of old computers to orphanage home without consideration. ITC was not availed on the same. Okay, so when you don't avail the ITC, at output also you don't have to pay any tax. Permanent disposal, even if without made consideration, no ITC availed, then no need to reverse. Otherwise, you have to reverse. Advance money received for supply of service. Yes, very well. Advance on goods is not taxable, but advance on supply of services is taxable. So easy. Now input. Purchase of taxable goods from the registered supplier. 8 lakhs. Intrastate within the same state. So of course, 8 lakhs. Within the same state, you will take. But why did you take 2.5%? That's the rate given. ठीक है. Availed works contract service for repair of office and repair amount was debited. ITC is available if you debit it in the P&L. If you would have capitalized, you would have not taken. But here you will take. Okay. Next. Availed legal service from an advocate to represent. Superb RCM. Very well. Legal service for an advocate to represent the matter. Though this is input 50,000, but this you have to pay in cash. ITC law. On my service which I have taken from advocate, I will pay the GST on RCM basis. So legal service pay ITC is how much actually? 27,200. 27,200. See, both may output minus input is more, but still legal service you have to pay 4,500 in cash. Don't do this mistake. Take care of this while you solve the problem. 3 hours are over. I know. Sure, I'll take care ki next time we are solving it little earlier also and bits also. I'm being very honest with all of you. Hope this is helpful, and if you feel you are getting good guidance, do share it with others also. चलो descriptive part में same बहुत सारे questions हैं जो आपको study material से ही दिए हुए हैं. Yes. Services provided by transport operators to the school, colleges and all exempt. Services provided by vehicle parking taxable hai. Food supplied to canteens, hospital, inpatient exempt, outpatient taxable. Resident Welfare Association up to 7,500 is exempt. It was a routine question. What was exempt and taxable? RCM basis पे advocate को pay करना पड़ेगा. I'm just checking which one is very easy because we are all getting late. I also have a next class for routine batch financial year 24-25 के लिए भी class है. But फिर भी आपको लग रहा है कि if I've skipped anything, you can ask. Who's liable to pay the tax under RCM basis? Advocate receiving the services of Navya, तो Navya will pay. Independent director appointed has received sitting fees from the board. Okay. Part of director's remuneration is declared under salary. अगर salary में मिल रहा है तो employer-employee relationship, then GST is not applicable. But here it is not salary because he is independent director in so many companies. So GST will be payable by the private company. Simple. I want to skip this question. कुछ और oils का नाम था, but ये question already आपके material में है. And if you are trading in pan masala, yes, it is allowed. But if you are manufacturing pan masala and all, you can't go for composition scheme. And if you do interstate in Punjab, matlab study material, past exam papers, MTP, everywhere this composition question is seen. An unregistered person travels by Air India who's from Faridabad from Pune to Delhi. He gets travel insurance. If he's registered, then his place. If not, from where he started his journey, Faridabad. So that will be the place of the supply. Okay. And these are theory questions you can do. It's very easy. I know as a teacher, I go into the step of student and I can feel कि DT, IDT कितने limits याद रखने हैं. Tax audit का अपना limit, GST के अपने limit, composition 5% of last year's turnover or 5 lakhs like that है ना. हैं ये सब limits हैं. But still, whatever is very important, if it is repeated in regular class, it's repeated in one short video, you will be able to do it in exam. So just stay focused, stay connected, whatever you have done best. Please don't analyze कि मैं पास होगा या फेल होगा. अगर बहुत ही ज्यादा डाउट आ रहा है तो spare half an hour and write. If I clear, this is going to be my strategy. If not, frankly speaking, it should be कि whatever I will decide after the exam. है ना? Right? So I'm being very honest with all of you. This is not the time to think if pass होगा या fail होगा. जितनी पढ़ाई की है और क्या best पढ़ सकते हैं. And for controlling your mind, best is spare 15 to 20 minutes for your breathing and exercise. All the best to all of you. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for staying connected till the end and watching this MTP and solving it with me. I went little fast. I know I didn't give the time also. Can you answer without looking at answer? We all are in some schedule. Bye-bye. God bless you. You will do best. बहुत मेहनत की आपने, आपका पेपर अच्छा जाएगा. अभी भी after doing MTP don't solve it as a judgmental basis. Solve it as a routine learning thing. But putting together how much you remember. Something is there or not, tell me, which will help you to get 50 marks in DT and IDT put together. पार्टीशन भी नहीं है कि इसमें 25 लाना है, उसमें 25 लाना है. कर लोगे आप, ठीक है? बाय. Any doubts are there? 9290065156. Click the picture and send. We'll add you in WhatsApp or Telegram group. You can connect with us and clarify all your doubts. Bye. Yeah, please meet tomorrow for solving the MTP 1 and 2 for costing. I'll give you the paper pattern and many more things. Already Sarthi compiler is there, colored book. With the help of it, so many of you have prepared earlier also. Theory questions and formulas and all. Videos are also there for top 50 questions. So use all that. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'll put again. Top 50 questions PDF also I've given. If you have not purchased the book, I'll put that. Bye-bye. From my side, I'm doing everything best. From your side, just like, share, subscribe, comment.